Everybody, welcome back to Goodale Farm. I'm Peter. Today I got some work outside to deal with some wind damage. Not really damage, but just some repair around the barns and the garage. So thanks for tuning in. We'll see you out there. So about a year ago, the wind blew the weathervane off the top of the roof. And I've been meaning to get up there to do it, but it's just one of those jobs that you just never get around to it. So it's a really nice day out today, not much wind. I figure I'll take care of it. I'm not a big fan of going up on the ladder, but this garage, it's a single-story garage. Even if I fell, what's the worst that could happen? So I'll go up there. I do have to do something with these threads here, because I think that's the problem, is this spins around and unscrews this, and these threads are stripped. So I have some liquid nails I'm going to put on there. Hopefully that takes care of it. All right, let's get at it. So what I like to do before I go up on the roof is get everything staged and prepped on the ground, so when I get up there I don't have to deal with anything. And I try to avoid going up and down the ladder many times. So anyway, here's what I got to bring up to the first trip. I got to bring the top of the weathervane. I'm going to bring a pair of vice grips that will tighten this rod. I already prepped a little bit of the liquid nails on the rod. And I got to bring the caulking gun with the liquid nails. So I'll be climbing the ladder basically with one arm, and the other one I'll be holding down to this other stuff. And I'll go up to the cupola there and put this puppy in. On second thought, what I'm going to do is take the liquid nails and just put a glob of it in this plastic bag, and then I'll put this in my pocket because I don't need a lot when I'm up there. Put this in my pocket, and then I'll just use my finger to apply it. I have a rag with me too if it gets messy. This way, carrying a caulking gun is a pain in the butt. Unless you have a tool belt on that has a hook that you can hook this on, caulking gun is one of the most challenging things to carry when you have your hands full. All right, well, it's up there. This is an example where nothing goes smoothly. So I get up there, I go to put the rod in, there's just no gripping of the threads. So up on the roof was the female side. I had to go in with the male threads. And there must be crud or something in there. There was just no getting it in, at least getting the threads to grip. But that's not the worst of it. There's a wasp nest up in the cupola. So I get up there, and there's a couple wasps on the outside just waiting there looking at me. Inside, there's a few of them flying around. That's one thing I can't deal with. I ain't got time for that. So I waited a little bit. They flew away. Put more of the liquid nails in. Tried my best to get it biting. But I don't know. Unless liquid nails lives up to their name and really holds. I mean, it's a hot day today. That stuff should dry quick. Hopefully it dries and it sticks around. Otherwise, the next windstorm might be coming down. Okay, this is the next one to tackle. This one my daughter and I made, or at least the top of it, the rooster part. And you could see the wind did damage to that. I mean, that was at one time a straight rod coming out from the top. And just the 2 or 3 years of wind bent it. So I got to get the big ladder, hopefully go up there and try to bend it back, see what we have going on. So this one up top is the one I just used for the cupola. It's a little bit of a lighter ladder and not as tall. This monster is heavy duty. I think it's up to 250 pound weighting. I want to say it's a 32 foot, 30 foot. The thing is heavy as all get out. So I'm going to try to muscle this thing over to the barn myself. Okay, I was able to get that ladder over there, but I'm going to spare you of seeing that video. It wasn't pretty, it wasn't elegant. That thing is heavy. All right, so it's at least up there. Should be at least high enough for me to get my hands on that and try to twist it. I figured before I head up there, I got a dab of grease that what I'll do is I'll put it on the rod that rooster sits on. This way it'll be more freely to spin. Georgie, you gonna watch? Good boy. All right, I was just up there, assessed the situation. There's no bending that rod. Once I was up there, I remember now how I put it together. I have a threaded rod and I have it bolted down into the platform itself. And the bolts that are securing it to the platform, I don't know, those are still pretty tight, but I think what happened just over the time, the platform just rounded out the hole. So I'm gonna go up there. I got my wrenches, vice grips, and try to tighten down those bolts. I'll bring you along. This way you'll see what I'm talking about. All right, so here we go. Here's the threaded rod. Here are the two nuts. At one time that was tightened down into that base. You know, I guess I could take these fasteners out, but that's real complicated. So what I'm gonna try to do is just tighten these bolts down, and hopefully this washer holds and this will become more upright. All right, let me try to put the camera down and get to work. All right, I got the vice grip on that bottom nut, and I'm gonna try to get that top one off. You know, that's one of the problems of doing a good job. If you ever have to come back to fix it, you think to yourself, man, why did I put that on so tight? All right, let me try to get it. moments like this, you really have to appreciate people who do this type of work for a living. Up on a roof, on a ladder, trying to deal with tools. The wind is blowing. I'm not feeling too secure here, but job's got to get done. Let me see what I can do. All right, so here's the problem. This rod is loose, and what I really need to do is loosen that bottom bolt, and that bottom bolt would then fasten against this washer, but that bottom bolt is frozen. And when I put a wrench on this top bolt, the top bolt is the one that's moving. The bottom bolt doesn't want to move. I really can't get teeth on the bolt here because it's going to strip these threads, and that's where the Weathervane goes into. So, all right, let me think about this a little bit more, see what I can do. All right, I got the wrenches on both nuts, and my intention was to pull the top nut all the way off and then vice grip it down here and put the bottom nut tight. But eventually what happened was this top nut became entrenched in the rust, and the resistance up top was greater than the bottom, and the bottom actually started to move down, which served the purpose. Now that's nice and tight up against that washer. I do have this gap here. I tried to tighten it, but that bottom nut's moving. So I'm going to go with what I have. There's enough threads here. I'm going to hope that the bottom of that Weathervane is able to bite onto that. And if so, I'm happy. That's a look of happy. So what we got here, it's nice and fastened there. Got the Weathervane up top. Now, it's not straight. It's not at a 90 degrees, but I don't think it ever was. But at least it's nice and tight and it won't fall out. All right, let's gather up these tools, make our way down. Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in today. Hope you enjoyed today's video. George and I say thank you. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. And provide comments on the videos. Always good to get feedback. Until next time, hope you're having a great day. Take care.